millions of older people in receipt of the new or basic state pension are set for another significant increase next year after Chancellor Jeremy Hunt confirmed that the triple lock policy will be honored in full. Earlier this year, 12.6 million pensioners received a boost of 10.1%, and next year, payments will rise by 8.5%. This means that someone on the full new state pension will see payments go up from £203.85 per week to £221.20, and as payments are typically made every 4 weeks, this amounts to £884.80 each pay period. Over the 2024-25 financial year, this is an increase of £902, taking the annual income from state pension alone from £10,600 to £11,502. Similarly, someone on the full rate of the old or basic state pension will see payments go up from £156.20 per week to £169.50. This amounts to £678 each pay period. Over the 2024-25 financial year, this is an increase of £692, taking the annual income from £8,122 to £8,814. Secretary of State for Work and Pensions Mel Stride MP, confirmed on Wednesday that the new payment rates for state pensions and benefits will come into effect on April 8, 2024. The increase of 8.5% is due to the earnings growth measure of the triple lock. Under the triple lock, the state pension rises each year in line with inflation, earnings, or 2.5%, whichever is higher. The measures that influenced the 2024-25 operating areas follows: average annual earnings growth from May to July, 8.5%; consumer price index, CPI, inflation in the year to September -6.7% to 5%. Helen Morrissey, head of retirement analysis at financial services provider Hargreaves Lansdown, said, the announcement will be greeted with relief by pensioners who have been struggling with the rising cost of living. With inflation starting to fall back, the 8.5% increase will start to put some much-needed space in people's budgets. Ms. Morrissey continued, this huge increase is down to red-hot wage data stoked by one-off bonuses made to NHS and civil service workers during the summer. The concern was that a government concerned about the ongoing cost of state pension would look to mitigate the impact by going for a lower figure. Options included using wage data that stripped out the effect of these bonuses or using the inflation figure. However, with an election on the horizon, it is understandable why the UK government may have decided against this, but debate will rage over whether the triple lock remains the best way to uprate the state pension long-term. Jamie Jenkins, Director of Policy and Communications at Pensions Mutual Royal London, said, the triple lock has proved a lifeline for pensioners struggling to keep their heads above water amid the greatest cost of living shock in modern times. In committing to an 8.5% hike, the Chancellor has honoured the government's pledge and offered reassurance to millions that they will be able to stay ahead of the inflation curve for the short term at least. Caroline Abrahams, Charity Director at Age UK, said, we're pleased and relieved that the UK government kept its promise to older people to honour the triple lock. The decision also crucially makes it more likely that older people will keep their homes adequately warm this winter, with less fear of facing an energy bill they simply cannot afford to pay come the spring. Even with the triple lock being honoured in full next year, some older people on low fixed incomes will still find life extremely tough. especially those whose incomes take them just above the line for extra financial help. We had called for more support for this hard-done-by group, who will receive their triple lock increase but no more. Longer term, governments need to think creatively and do more to help them. Mr. Stride also confirmed that working age and disability benefits will increase by the September CPI rate of 6.7%. Tax credits, child benefit and guardian's allowance, delivered by Revenue and Customs, HMRC, will also rise by 6.7%. State pension payment rates from April 2024. The calculations show the current annual rates for the full new and full basic state pensions. The state pension is usually paid every 4 weeks with 13 payments made throughout the year. How much someone receives depends on the number of years' worth of national insurance contributions. Around 35 is needed for the full new state pension, but this may be more if you were contracted out. Find out more here. Get the latest record money news. Join the conversation on our Money Saving Scotland Facebook group for energy and money saving tips, the latest benefits news, consumer help and advice on coping with the cost of living crisis. Sign up to our Record Money newsletter and get the top stories sent to your inbox daily from Monday to Friday, including a special cost of living edition on a Thursday. Sign up here. You can also follow us on X, formerly Twitter, at @recordmoney_ for regular updates throughout the day. Current annual full new state pension, £10,600 weekly, £203.85 every 4-week pay period, £815. 48.5% uprating April 2024, £11,502, up £902, weekly, £221.20 every 4-week pay period, £884. 80 current annual full basic state pension, £8,122 weekly, £156.20 every 4-week pay period, £624. 88.5% uprating April 2024, £8,814, up £692, weekly, £169.50 every 4-week pay period, £678. Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages.